Oh yeah, because we're live on YouTube. We're working on getting all the YouTube videos onto YouTube. So bear with us so you can rewatch these, redo the exercises. We're trying. I know you guys just want to see my face on every other day but Tuesdays. So we are working. Oh, finally, Coach Haley just entered the room. Yay. We can't wait. Okay, we're going to get going on our HL, or we're going to get going on our power up. I've had a lot of caffeine today, so bear with me. Yeah, we're just going to have a great time. So we're going to start with our fun blue ball. If you really think about it, it kind of looks like Earth, right? And just a reminder, Earth, right? We have our moon that just circulates our Earth. So as we've kind of traveled through our power up journey, we've started with foam rolling. What did we start with? We started with our calves, then our glutes, or the back of our body. Then we went into our hamstrings last week, and then into our quads actually last week. Remember, we laid on our belly and kind of squeeze. But today we're gonna kind of play it with a little bit different, something a little bit more unique. So what I want you to do is take the ball between your hands. Adam, give me a second. Perfect. Ball's gonna go in between your hands, and all you're gonna do is just roll it around. I want you to try to feel the tops of your hands. I want you to feel the ridges. I want you to feel the meat and potatoes in this area. Just kind of roll that around before we get into our forearms. So bear with me here. So we just want to explore a little bit. Again, right, we'll start nice and light. Should be nice and light. And then in about 10 seconds, you're going to push just a little bit harder. Okay, so we'll say in 10 seconds. So push just a little bit harder and feel that meat. I got to get off my knees. Oh, feel just a little bit harder. Try to squish that ball in half. Okay, now we're going to take it to another level. You're just going to squish. Good, just keep rolling, right? So we're not just about foam rolling the bottom of our feet, but we're able to get a little bit of soft tissue work into our hands as well. So now we're going to take the same ball. Your hands are going to go out. You're going to put it on your right up by your elbow. Okay, we're going to push and kind of drag. Notice how I'm not going very far. So we can use the ball to include a little bit of circular motion. Maybe you're going forward and backwards. You won't have a ton of space. You can't really roll it too far because the ball will slide out of your hand. But try to get the top of your elbow. I call this the meat and potato. Okay, because if you believe it, when you push on this muscle right here, you can see some muscle moving on your hands. And when you push in your palms, you can see the muscle up here. But this isn't the zoo. I'm not going to show you guys. We're just going to roll up and down, circular, just feel it. Again, push a little bit harder. We got Alex, Mr. Alex in the weight room. Wow, all of us are joining us. And just a reminder, today we're kind of focused on swimming a little bit. Okay, we're going to incorporate some things for swimming. If you're a swimmer, you're in the right spot. If you're not a swimmer, you're also in the right spot. So thanks for tagging on. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Palm goes out kind of like why, or like one Macarena, whatever it is. We're just going to explore, and we're going to stay nice and light, get a feel for kind of the top of that meat and potatoes. You might need to adjust. I have to adjust. I got, what you see on the ground is what I call horse stall mats, and they're great for gyms, especially garage gyms, but they're really bad for like putting your knees on for quite a bit of time. All right, so now you're just gonna push a little bit harder. Oof. Drive waiting room. Just a little bit harder. Wow, somebody's name. So far. You got me, Jonathan. I was like, oh my God. No, now it's 6:09. Okay, so once that's done, oh, that is funny. Oh, great. All right, so once that's done, the ball can go away. We're gonna end up into our half kneeling position as is. We're gonna start with what I call a T-spine rotation. So just a reminder, you're here. Remember, your hands are out, and you're gonna open up over the leg and come all the way back. Open up over the leg and come all the way back. Now, I know you guys all love to have your exercise excuses, all of you. I know there's some of us in there that are like, oh, I worked out today and this is so much and blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you what I did today. I joined a challenge that I will rock with 50 pounds on my back for 1,500 minutes in the month of April. That's about 50 minutes a day as if I do it for 30 days. So this morning I got up, nice and early, 5:30, put 50 pounds on my back and took a 60-minute walk. Then I worked out, then I ran 12 miles, and now I'm at HLC. So if I can do this, and I'm old as dirt, if I can do this, so can you guys. So no longer are your excuses, but don't get me wrong, I'm sore today, or now, I guess. The day's not over. We'll talk tomorrow. But if anyone wants to join me on this ruck challenge, it's 1,500 minutes for the month of April. It's a 25 to 50 pound ruck or vest, and it's gonna be fun. I just threw on some music and just took a walk, and there was nobody out. Didn't see anybody.
Warren,
Opening and closing. Lee, give us a second here. Let's get through the exercises. We can chat at a break. I love that you want to talk, but we got to chat at a break. We're opening and closing, working on our upper body. Some rotation there. All right. Once that's done, we're into our split position ankle roll. So hopefully you didn't stand up. I just got to navigate some of the stuff. So all you're doing, if you remember, is your heel is pinned hard on the ground. So I don't tie my shoes. My heel is pushing down hard. And I'm going to go towards my big toe, my middle toe, and my little toe. All right, so if you look straight on, it's big toe, middle toe, little toe. And then I'm going to try to spin it and grind it. So just kind of churn it like we're making ice cream. So I'm keeping my heel glued to the ground as I'm rotating through my full range of motion at that ankle joint. Ah, nice. Good. Maybe just 5 times. Now, what we haven't done for the last week is now we want to go the other direction, and you'll kind of notice the change. Remember, think about when we're swimming, especially when our feet are in flippers, right? The fluidity of our dorsiflexion to plantar flexion is so important. And Coach Leslie can tell us that as well. It's super important to have good ankle mobility in swimming, believe it or not, and in life. Coach Max will tell you how good ankle mobility is in life. All right, we're gonna flip up to the other side. Same thing, find yourself on your knee. And remember, we're gonna start slow. Big toe, middle toe, little toe, keeping that heel down. Big, middle, little. Shannon, I'm not forgetting, not too much talking today. We wanna get through things quick so you can make it to your 7 o'clock school. Good, we're just rotating through. Think about, you're bending at the ankle. You're noticing some of those restrictions. Are you able to go super far forward, or do you get kind of stuck? I don't know. Remember, now we're gonna flip up and go the other way. Here's a great view of my growing calves. I really hope after this month of April, my calves are huge from all this walking. I got 2.67 miles in today before 6:30. I bet you guys weren't even up. That's okay. But I'll go to bed long before you guys. So I guess there's a trade-off. All right, once that ankle stuff is done, we can end up into our Stork Position Rotations. Just a reminder, there's 2 different options there, right? That is the one on your knee, and you cross in and you open up. Okay, so you have 2 options. Option 1 is you find something to hold on to, and then you're working through and opening. Okay, or option 2 is you're in space, where your hands are not out and you play the little game called Can I Balance? That's also a fun one too. I got a bet for you. I remember correctly, Joseph used a lawnmower on this one. They're just trying to get all the way through, all the way back, trying to make sure your one foot is stable. As you start to open up those hips, believe it or not, this might help your low back pain, and this does help performance. 10 aside, and then we hit to the other side. Opening and closing. Nice job, friends. Nobody tagged us in anything on Instagram this week. I'm a little bit bummed out by that. I like to see you guys engage with us. We did get some really fun testimony about growing mustaches. I'm not going to say who said it, but it made Coach Travis and myself's day for sure. We would love to hear all the good things you guys are having about Power Up, but also some of the bad things, not all the bad things, just some of them. Okay, once you guys have done your what I call Stork Position Rotations, we're on our mini band glute walks. If you have that blue mini band, now would be the time. Onto the mini band you go. Please make sure nothing's in the area. The mini band's gonna go mid-foot, like so. And remember, you're starting nice and tall, you're gonna bend your knees so we absorb the forces in our quads and in our rear ends. And we're gonna keep that bent knee as we take relatively medium-sized steps as we walk to our left and then we walk to our right. Please don't get used to standing up. I want you to be athletic and bend at those knees. So you're just gonna try to at least get 10 to 15 steps each direction, at least to the point where you start to feel the burn kind of on the outside of your butt, so it should be right about here. Oh, this is definitely a clean your house song. This makes me want to vacuum. I don't know why. Whew. All right, so mini bands are done. Actually, mini bands are not done. I'm sorry. I got to write this on my whiteboard, but we got to keep those mini bands on. Remember, you're standing nice and tall, and you're going to pull up. Think about how awesome your hip flexors are in swimming. It's awesome. You need them. Kicking. But you also need your hip flexors in all the other sport we've worked on. Last week was bocce, athletics, oof, you name it. We use those hip flexors, especially in elite Special Olympic performance. Remember, you don't need to go as high as I'm doing. I would like to see you try to have a goal of getting your knee to 90. If that's up you want, you don't need to go to heavier bands. Blue is just fine. At Miss Charlize. Just up and down, trying to feel it and deep into that hip flexor, trying to keep yourself to 90 degrees. We're just emulating running here or swimming or kicking. We're just driving. Good. All right, I added in a new one. So if you, jumped the gun on this one, but if you have your towel, okay, all you're gonna do here is you're gonna take your towel and you're gonna fold it in half, okay? You're gonna grab onto the towel like so, okay? It's nice and tight. Well, I mean, we can even fold it in half again. It doesn't really matter. I just need you to hold that towel, okay? You're gonna try to pull that towel apart. So you're really trying to pull it apart. It should not go anywhere. If it goes anywhere and rips, let us know. We gotta contact the people. They didn't make us a strong towel. So you're pulling apart that towel. So we've created some tension in our body, up into your shoulders, into your pecs, into your abs. You've created that tension in that body. All you're gonna do is keep that tension as you rotate to your left, keep that tension as you rotate to your right. So it's just side to side, feeling that tension. Nice, Adam. You're just rotating side to side, keeping pulling apart. Don't stop pulling apart. Come on. You really should start to feel the burn in your belly as you've just rotated side to side. Good. Whew. You should really kind of feel that. I feel that. I love the use of the towel for things that we can pull apart. As long as you give yourself some reinforcement so the towel doesn't break, you can do lots of things where you're pulling it apart and maybe you're doing shoulders. There's lots of things we can do with that. So towel can go to the side for now. Couple more here. Right hand, left elbow, cross connects. You'll start to notice your heart rate is getting a little bit higher. Your tissues are starting to feel a little bit warm. And you might be growing a mustache as well. I don't know. I hope so. Technically, if you have eyebrows and they're not together, even if they are together, those are mustaches. They're just mustaches for the eyes. That's okay too. We all have them. We're just going to cross our body, elbow to knee. If you're able, you can always hold on to something if that's more comfortable for you. Cool. Now we're under our vertical jump. Let's remember, we did these the last 3 weeks. Hands are on the hips, load and explode. Think about kicking off the wall. Think about after you've done your breaststroke to the wall, you either flip kick or you hit the wall, turn around and push off. That's gonna be the power we create in our jump. So hands are gonna be on the hips. Just make sure you have the head clearance, and all you're gonna do is jump and stick that leg. Jump, and then jump. And it's just 3 powerful jumps, like bam, like you're a rocket ship. Whew. Okay, once you're done being a rocket ship, we're into quick leg movements, just what I call a little bit of plyometrics. just moving across our body. We should have warmed this up with those hip flexor raises, but you should feel really good here. Nice. Can you believe this is a warm-up? I can't. I love it. You got my heart rate going. I feel warm. I feel ready to go. I'm ecstatic and excited. All right. How this is going to work is we're going to start on our bellies. Let's see what the best way to show you guys this. I call this a swimmer's handcuff. Okay, so all you're going to do is start with your hands on your back. Okay, this is obviously not the best position we ever want to be in life, but this is a position we can train. So hands are going to be on the back. All you're going to do here is you're going to wide and swing them open. Swing them open. Oh, wrong way. And you're going to come to a cross. And then you're going to go all the way back to a handcuff. And then you're going to swing them forward and you're going to clap. And then you're going to go all the way back to a handcuff. And then swing them forward to a clap. Oh my God, look at this. We're swimming, not in water. How cool, Coach Max. Oh, really cool, guys. I just like to talk to myself here, I guess. Good. So when you've done that 5 times, you always finish with that handcuff. Congratulations. You get to pop yourself up. And we get to end up with 20 body weight squats. And then we're down back on the ground. So we're kind of up, down, up, down. So sorry for all those that don't like the up, downs. It's a part of life. So feet are going to be hip width. If you're comfortable doing this in space with nothing to hold on to, you're just going to reach forward and squat 20 times. It's that simple. If you need something to hold on to, find a chair, find a couch, find a bench, find a bed, find a counter. Lots of options. All you're going to do is just end up squatting for 20 reps. Come on. This was probably the only thing you did today. You can at least give us this. 19 and 20. That's 20 for me. Good job, guys. Oh. All right, so 20's done. Check. I told you we're going to get good at push-ups. This is another, I'm ready to clean my house song. This playlist is spot on. Wow. I might have to play this another time. Okay, so into our push-up position. Remember, our eccentric push-up, you don't actually push up. I guess they'd be called push-downs. So we're going to lower slow and then drop your belly and then climb yourself back up. So if you need a reminder, just watch really quick. It just looks like this. 1, 2, 3, drop my belly, say a prayer, and then I just kind of climb myself back up on my knees. 1, 2, 3, bellies to the ground, blow the dirt to the corner, and come right back up. And then 1, 2, 3, all the way down, blow the dirt to the corner, and come back up. Now, if you want to make it hard, maybe you try 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you want to step it up a level, maybe you do it really slow, like 10, like 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and 10. Either way, I would love to see just 5 reps of that. Whether you do 3 seconds down, 5 seconds down, 10 seconds down, we could take the same exercise and take it from our beginners all the way to our advanced athletes. Okay, so either one of those is great. You just have 5 reps of that. Coach Max did the 5 in the explanation. So I'm going to start my beautiful custom timer. Okay, so just a reminder, we're just going to add a minute, and I'd like to see you add a minute 15 today. Just because we did the 20 squats and just because we did those 5 things, like the 5 low push-ups, I want to make sure that your body has the time to rest. So then you're going to hit that start button and you'll start to see it count down. But now would be the time to get some water. Now would be the time to breathe in and out through your nose. Just take a couple breaths. Let your heart rate drop down because you know we're going to do it again. Come on. I'll take some time to check some of the messages. Not a problem. I see Daniel, you're just running a little bit late from dinner. That's okay. Try not to exercise on a full stomach. Fun story is my timer went down to 1 second. So I'm going to rely on you guys when someone else's timer goes on. just throw up the hand signal and we'll get to work. Like raise your hand just so I know, because my timer stopped. So maybe I should use a backup timer moving forward. Oh yeah. Annie Lennox, Walking on Broken Glass. I don't even know this song, but I feel it's just groovy. Wow, nice, Travis. Great minds think alike. I know. Oh. To be honest, I searched fun, clean songs, and this was the first playlist, and it's just one of those Tuesdays. Okay, 604 raised their hand, so that means it's time to rock. That means it's time to rock. She uses an iPhone. Again, I think that these are way better than iPhones because you can page someone on them. Hello? Yeah. You can call someone on them. There's lots of cool things you can do in it. You can walkie-talkie. 10-4. Coach Haley, nice job, or happy birthday, not nice job. Happy birthday, that's exciting. Wow. Tell us this now. Thanks for joining us.
It's going to cost me. Who birthday it cost Max?
It's Coach Haley's birthday. Happy birthday, Coach Haley. But Coach Haley, we'll talk after round 2. Adam, we got to zip onto our round 2. Come on, thank you. Here we go. We're going to, onto the belly you go. Walking on broken glass. Okay, we're going to start in the handcuffs. And then you're going to go all the way into the clap and into the handcuffs. And if this bugs your shoulder, just let me know. I'm happy to show you some changes. If you're starting to really feel some of those rotations, or like your shoulders, maybe you've flown everything back and your chest is up. Try to relax everything. If it's really difficult, then maybe you don't clap. Maybe you just go to here and then come all the way back. But either way, we're just going to try to clap just 5 reps. The higher up your handcuff is, the more you'll get a stretch. But I'll let you start at your low back. I think that's adequate. Okay, Coach Max has done his 5. Now it's into the infamous and famous 20 bodyweight squats. So then we're squatting and dropping like an elevator, actually. You're up and down. Remember, if you have a little bit of knee pain, I can help you out. Let us know. We're here for you. I don't know how everybody moves. Nice, Joseph. Can you go just a little bit lower? Remember to use that lawnmower if you got it. That can help too. Nice. Look at how low Coach Max is going. I don't expect you to go that low, but I expect you to get close to the bottom. There she is, the birthday girl. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Thanks, Adam. All right, once you've done your 20
Happy
reps,
birthday.
remember we're on to our push-ups. Whew, I like all the birthday. Hey, it's my birthday too. No, it's not. So push-up position, remember you get your 3 options, 3 seconds down, 5 seconds down, or 10 seconds. So it's 1, 2, 3, belly to the floor, and back up you go. 1, 2, 3, belly to the floor, back up you go. 1, 2, 3, belly to the floor, and so forth. You know the drill. 1, 2, and 3. Whew. All right. When you've got those, if you can do those, you're in good shape. If you need to maybe just start at 1 second, cool. Don't feel like you have to go to 3. If it sacrifices your form, or it's really, really, really hard, we have other options available. Elevate your surface. Use your bed, your chair, your couch, something higher up that you can kind of go at an angle and still do your seconds down. You'll build that strength. All right, we're going to start with our minute 15 of rest. I won't touch it this time. So we got a minute 15 countdown. This is our time we breathe. This is our time we grab some water. This is our time we kind of prepare for that third set. We're moving a little bit quicker. I'm going to try to talk less and exercise more. Woo, good job, guys. All right, we're starting to get some traction here. I need you guys to tell your friends about Power Up. I need you to rally for us and get everyone on to join, to become, so you as a team can be better and faster and stronger. That's the most important thing. If Tuesdays are not a good time, well, let us know. Communicate this with us. We're open for anything. There's some people I won't listen to, but a lot of you guys I will listen to. I'm not going to tell you who I won't listen to. One of them starts with a T and ends with a Ravis, but you guys can figure it out down the road. Okay, so we're at 20 seconds. You should be done hydrating. You should be kind of having a lower heart rate. You're kind of ready. I don't know. This guy. You should be kind of ready to rock and roll is what I'm saying. Especially now we got 3 seconds. Now we're rocking in to our round number 3. So your timer should be going off. And as always, we're just going to hit the ground running. So if you're able to keep up, keep up. If not, you know the 3 exercises on your bellies. Hands get put in that handcuff position. You're out into a clap, and then you're back. Believe it or not, this is an amazing way to build some of that swimming stroke, especially the breaststroke or even freestyle. I just don't like how far our elbows travel away from the body. Comparatively, we're going to compare this to the stroke. I prefer an elbow like a zip, but just helps keep healthy shoulders. Whew. And that's 5. Now our favorite 20 bodyweight squats. Last time, that puts us at 60. That's awesome. Just gonna try to get as deep as you feel comfortable. Remember, hold on if you need to. Say a prayer if you need to. Nice. Bend in those knees, standing up tall. Bend in those knees, standing up tall. Reaching forward. Nice, good job. Oh, it's always the best. Travis does this. Guys, you're showcased not to show everybody. You're showcased because you're doing a great job. 19 and 20. You can almost taste the cinnamon roll I had for breakfast. Don't tell anybody. All right. Into the push-ups. Remember, nice and slow. As slow as you feel comfortable. If you're just collapsing because you just can't hold anything, that's okay. Work with us. I got some great resources. I'll film some things for you to help you out if you're committed. Two and 3. Nice job. Just get those 5 reps in and then take a breather. We zipped. I love it. Very cleany. I like it. All right, we're changing exercises. You can take a bite of the exercises we just did. It's time for something new. We got a little bit more swimmy-esque things in this last little block. We got 3 exercises. We got 10 reps of all 3 of them. All you're going to need on this one is the red band. We got some banded bicep curls in there. Yeah, that's really it. We got half kneeling leg lifts. We got single leg glute bridges. We got banded bicep curls with a 1-minute rest. So you're going to take your timer. You're going to hit the 2 buttons that resets it to 0. The 2 little buttons. Then you're going to hit the minute button that sets us at the 60 seconds or the 1 minute. And then that big button is when we're done resting. That's where we're going to start. So make sure you have your timer set so that when you're done, we know our rest. Because you're only as strong as what you can you're only strong as what you can recover from. So if you're going to take, you need to take the rest because it's important. Rest is a weapon and you got to recover from it. And then you get better and better and better and better and better. All right, without further ado, we're on block number 2. So one of my favorite swimming exercises and something I use when I train these military operators that have different swimming qualification, whether they're diving, whether they're doing the combat side stroke, which is a stroke on the side, which requires a big kick. And that's very prevalent in the United States Navy. Whether we're doing explosive ordnance disposal and the guys are using some sort of water tool, is we work a lot of our hip flexors just because you can drive a lot of power from what I call hip extension, of driving of the hip, especially in swimming. And we can flutter our legs and create force in the water, which propels our body forward. So long story short, the best way I know how to do this is training our hip flexor. So all you're gonna do is, again, in this half kneeling position, if you have to hold on to something, please do. You're gonna lift up your leg as high as you can. You're gonna bring it back down. And we're just gonna do that 10 times. You don't need to go this high. And if you look like that, you've gone too high. It just needs to be little, kind of like you're stepping down. But I don't want to really hear it. I want you to lower with control, almost like you're a ninja. So you're just quietly touching down like an airplane. You don't want to wake up the neighbors in Burbank. Nice. Once you've done 10, it's easy. You flip up to the other side. The higher you go, the softer you have to land. That shows a little bit more control. Remember, if you want to hold on to something, guys, hold on to something. Ah, nice job. Ooh. And we're stabilizing a lot on this leg too, which I absolutely love. It forces some of the hip components to really kind of turn on and stabilize, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. You've done 10 on each side. Your hip flexors are ready to rock and roll. But now, cool, you have strong hip flexors. But what about our hip extension or driving our hips forward? So a common, what was HLC, but now power up move, as we love to do, is our glute bridge. And we did this last week. But this week, we're going to do it single leg. Remember, the first couple of weeks, we added the ball in. And we pinned that leg up. And we drove with our hips. We're going to take the ball out of the equation today, because we're just going to focus on keeping that dead leg, or the leg that's not being used, at 90 degrees as your foot's with the heel down, and you're just going to push through. Notice how my leg is still at 90 degrees, and I drop back down. I push through my heel, and I drop back down. You really should feel it if my right foot is down, kind of on my right butt cheek, and I'm a little bit sore in my butt, so I'm going to feel it maybe a little bit more than you guys might, but we're just going to squeeze and drop 10 times. Remember, land like a ninja. Don't just drop uncontrolled. Control your body down and control your body up. Uh-oh, functional fitness detection. That was just the warm-up, probably. Oof. 10 times, and we got to switch legs, other side. So I pin my heel down. I bring my dead leg, or my leg that I'm not using, to 90 degrees. I push through and I drive. Push through and drive. Good. 2, and so forth. And let me know when you can start seeing kind of your hamstrings and quad dissociate. That means you're packing on some pounds and some strength. The backside of my body is relatively strong for kind of my body weight, which I love, and I will continue to try to make it stronger. I think it's so important. It's kind of really helped my back a lot and allowed me to get really good in my own eyes at pickleball, which in everyone else's eyes, I am absolutely terrible at. So we're driving through that hip. We're creating what I call hip extension. Just 10 good reps. Remember, if it's too brutal on one leg, go 2 legs. Just double the reps. Another option. So many options you guys can do in Power Up. That's not just what Coach Max does. Okay, we're going to take our beautiful red band. You know what? I think I might change this. Trav, will you mind just reflecting that on our master performance? So feet are going to step on the band, so you're going to look like this. Okay, you can either grab in the handles or you can grab on the band. Butt's going to go back. Notice how flat my back is. I'm just going to row and return. Look at that. Can you believe that you could do a rowing exercise in your bedroom with no weights but just a red band? How exciting. But Coach Max, I want it harder. So you grip down a little bit more and we just row and drop. That's all you do. You stand on the band and you row and drop. Look at that. Unbelievable. We just added a whole new exercise to the red bands. And it's hard. And it's really good. And if you sat all day, guess what? You're helping your everything. Oh, I love this song. Just do 10 of those. Nice. Guess what? That's a little bicep, but that's a little bit of back too. So when you flex on all your haters, guess what? Your back is really strong, all because of our friendly red band. Okay, take a minute, hit the button, start the timer. Then we're back on our hip flexors. So quick minute, hip flexors, glute bridges, banded rows, bent over banded rows is what I would really call them. Just focus that your back is flat on those rows. You're really pushing down into the band. Yeah. And there ain't no mountain high enough. I'll tell you that. Oof. 36 seconds. Good job, guys. I'll be there with you. Whew. Good work, friends. $15 new messages. Oh my.
Coach Max, I have a question about the rows really quick.
Sure.
So then, you know how you said stand on them? Stand on the, like, grab it and then like stand on it. Can you not make the bands like you're holding a shopping bag instead of grabbing it the way you are grabbing it?
Yeah, you can.
Make it like,
you just can't really choke it up. Like, right, you only have this much Charlize on your row, right?
Yes.
That's not a ton of resistance if that's where you're at. So
Yes.
if you want to add more resistance, you kind of have to grab it like you're grabbing a ponytail and you have some of the backside hanging out. So that's where you make it, like, we'll call that like a harder level, or even grip it down more. But eventually you'll run out of room on the band and you'll kind of meet that resistance. So yeah, if you can grab it like a shopping bag, cool. But that's where you might need a little bit of a heavier resistance if that's kind of the role you're going to take there. But I would work on just kind of, especially you, and I know your strength would be grabbing it more or less with a little bit of a ponytail headed up. So you get a little bit of resistance on the band for sure. You can feel it up, and more importantly, you feel it on the way down. Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. Onto the knees you go. Just like so. Lifting and drop. Hopefully you get a good another good cleaning song. Just lifting and dropping, kind of like your pedal to the metal, but you're being quiet about it. Oh, look at this one. Nice. Nice, Mr. Conductor. This is good for you, I think. This helps keep you down on the rides. Flip up to the other side. Who wants to? Nice. Remember, nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race. That develops the control in your hip flexors. 10 of those are done. Great. You did it. Heels down. One leg comes to 90 if that's your choice. And you're pushing up. Just try to keep your toe off the ground because that forces the backside to work. Someone once told me the heels are the highway to the hamstrings. I love that because the harder you push down on your heel, the more hamstring or back of the leg you might feel. And that's something that I've really kind of continued to preach in my coaching, is trying to feel the right muscles. I want you to feel your butt, and I want you to feel your hamstring. I don't want you to feel your back. I don't want you to feel your neck, and I don't want you to feel your ears. And then we'll flip to the other side on a Groovy Tunes Tuesday. Nice job. And yeah, I love it. I love it. You're going to feel so good tomorrow. You're not even going to know what to do with yourself. You'll just feel so good because you accomplished something hard today. So stepping on the band, something we talked with Charlize about, you have two options. Hold it like a shopping bag. Thanks, Charlize, for that. I love that cue. I think that's really awesome. Or you can kind of grab it, as I say, where there's a little bit of a ponytail sticking out. And all you're going to do is stick your butt back. Look at those hamstrings turn on. We just worked on those, guys. And you're just going to pull the arm up and return all the way back down. So that try your hardest to not look like this. This doesn't get us anywhere if you're able. You got to get your butt back so your back is flat like a kitchen table or the bed. No one wants to sleep on a bed like this. We want to sleep on a flat bed with warm sheets and a comforter and our Space Jam pillows, and our stars on our ceiling. And what else is in there? Our teddy bears and the bow and arrow under my bed, just in case. You never know. 9 and then 10. Drop it down gently. Start that 1 minute timer. And we got one more round in our Groovy Tuesday. I love this song and I'm ecstatic. Hey, Alex, I see your thing that most of you guys have work on Tuesdays. That's okay. That's okay. Man, if you want to do something on a different day, you just hit me up and let me know. Say, hey, Coach Max, you got some time to run me through a workout? I'll say, totally. As long as I have the time, I don't mind. See you later, Shannon. Sorry you couldn't make this to 7. We tried. We're about a minute and a half short. If you got one more round in, yeah, we got about 30 more seconds of rest, and then we got a minute of exercises, and then 1 minute cool down, and then we're out of here. We're almost there. And Christian, I didn't say great job on doing 25 instead of the 10. That's awesome. I love that extra volume. Good job, guys. Getting ready to mop. Here we go. We got our cleaning going. Okay. And time. Now it's time to rock and roll. So find yourself on the ground and then lift up. Remember, control. You might feel better on this third round. You might feel like, oh, wow, it's getting easier for me. I should try something new. No, stay with what you're doing. I love that you want to do some extra harder reps, but let's stay where you're really moving correctly and you're feeling good and you're not super painful or you've created some new space. Oh, I tried to sing, but almost wobbled my way to the ground. As much as you guys would love to see Coach Max fall, today is not the day. Maybe next week. But I've done 10 on my left leg or my right leg, and now I'm on my left leg. Beautiful. Good job, guys. I see some awesome, I see some high feet, and I love that. That shows me you guys are just, you're moving, and you guys have some great hip flexors. I love that. Heels are down, foot's up to 90, driving through the hips, moving with a little bit of conviction and intensity. Notice how I'd switched. I got my 10 on my left leg. No dilly-dallying here. We're on to that third round where things just move a hair quicker. 10. And then off you go. Remember, try to focus your hardest on keeping that back flat if you can. Okay? Keeping that back flat, right? We're not rounding it. And if you have trouble understanding that, if you're rounding your back, just try to, what I like to say, stick your butt back like you're closing the door with your butt instead of rounding. Butt is back, pulling through. Shooting for 10, or if you're Christian, maybe you want to do a couple extra. Excelente, mis amigos. 9, 10. That's it. Guess what? We did 30 rows. We did 60 squats. You can't see my face. You could just see my neck down. We did 30 single leg glute bridges per leg. Wowzers. We did 15 handcuffs. We did everything else. Oh my. That was power up. That was fun. That was awesome. Feel your muscles. Give them a flex. Let the haters know which way the bathroom is. Obviously that way. Maybe it's that way. Maybe it's down there. Could be up there. Just let them know. Okay, we got to cool down. Set that timer for a minute. Should already be set, actually. And you're just going to walk around and listen to the cleaning music and think to yourself, did you clean today? Did you make your bed? Did you do the dishes? Did you clean the bathroom seat? What about clean the shower? What about clean your teeth or brush your teeth? What about clean your laundry or do your laundry? What about, I don't know. At that point, I'm going to bed anyways. That's too much cleaning for me. Whew. That's awesome, friends. We're walking around. You're trying to breathe in and out through your nose. I'm a bad example here. I'm talking, but I wouldn't recommend talking. I'd recommend trying to breathe. I'm just trying to kill the silence. No one likes silence. I don't think this is a cleaning song. This kind of is different from our groovy tunes. All right, we're just walking around. You're just breathing in and out through your nose. You're hearing the timer go off. And that's all we got to accomplish today for Power Up. Woo! Great job, guys. Power Up was awesome tonight. We did some awesome exercises, just the little things. We will be back next week. Same time, same place, same mustache, same cool attitude, same time, same eyebrows. Look at those things. Those could be mustaches. Like, look at that thing. Like, that is a mustache. Woo. Great job, guys. Awesome. I'm so proud of you guys.